We are back here on Girl Talk. Woo! It's quite a day today.
It is.
I think we're just loving what everyone has to say today. It's about fashion and beauty. Susan Church is here, and you do permanent makeup, and I'm very excited to talk with you because I think I've been kind of intimidated by it, frankly. But I told you the other night on TV, they were talking on Entertainment Tonight, 3 best ways to do to bring your age down to look beautiful and younger, and permanent makeup was the #1 way.
That's correct. And there's nothing really to be intimidated by. A lot of people are afraid of the pain. I use a topical anesthetic, so it's just a cream that I put on. It's not injection to begin with.
And I'm thinking bourbon.
You can do that after. But it's a topical numbing cream, and that's really the longest part of the procedure. Is that we leave that on for about 30 minutes, and you just lie and we chit chat, and I get to know more about you and what your lifestyle is like and what kind of looks that you want your outcome to be. But it's virtually pain-free.
Well, as we're all sitting here looking at you with our mouths slightly open, your makeup looks very natural to me. Is that a fair statement? Are you looking at her eyebrows too? That's what I think look really good.
Yeah.
And I don't have any, so you need. I mean, it's important.
Well, that was interesting that you got into that through. I guess tell them because we had an opportunity to talk before we started rolling. But tell them how you got started.
Well, I started working nursing in Atlanta with some plastic surgeons and dermatologists, and with that being said, we had a lot of need for medical grade tattooing, and that is, we work with people that had significant burns or scars on their faces. So we would custom blend color to match their skin tone and then tattoo over the scar so that the scar would be camouflaged.
Sure. And I know for people that have mastectomies, sometimes it's the nipple area that has to be kind of reconstructed.
That's
with
correct.
a tattoo.
Tattoo the nipple back on. Cleft palates for babies after they do the surgery. Vitiligo for African Americans. So we camouflage that. But the women who were having the breast cancers obviously had chemo. After chemo, then they had permanent alopecia of their hair, of their eyebrows, and it would not grow back. So we started helping them out with doing the tattooing. Then a little eyelash line, which is just a dark line right close to the eyelashes, makes it look like that they have mascara or eyelashes.
So
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. But also tattooing the eyebrows, and that's really how it all began. The makeup started coming into play after that.
How do you work with a client if Stephanie or Deb or those darn Debs come in? What do you look at us and say, here's what I suggest, or because I wouldn't know where to begin?
Well, I tell every client to come in and wearing their makeup as they normally put it on, and that gives me an idea.
So logical. That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Well, it gives me an idea how thick or thin you like it and what your preference is. My preference for you might not be what your preference is for you. However, as we were discussing earlier, Debbie and I had a conversation that a lot of women will pull out magazine ads and bring me a Brooke Shield eyebrow, but yet their eyebrow, their bone structure is only this big, so it's not applicable for that person. So I want you to come in the way that you normally would use it, and then we kind of tweak it from there.
Is it a one-stop? I mean, I guess I'm trying to. Do I walk in, have it done, boom, or is it a multiple procedure?
In the majority of cases, it's just the first time, correct. It's just a one-time application. There are some situations where if you accidentally bump it after the next couple of days, a little piece might come off or something like that, which might require you to come up to do a little touch-up. Touch-ups are available to adjust the color or a little bit lighter, darker, or something like that if it didn't heal to be the way that you wanted it to be. It is a little bit of an experiment just because we're not taking paint and putting it on a white piece of canvas.
True.
Everybody's skin tone is different.
Right.
Everybody's skin tone is different. They have different undertones. They have different pore size. They use different kinds of creams. They're out in the sun more or less. So everybody's a little bit different. So if you want it to have it tweaked, if it's too dark or too light, we can always fix that.
I think it's pretty amazing when I think about it. When I look at your eyebrows more than anything, to be able to get up and not have to deal with it.
And then you do that, and some of the faces, studio lashes. Man,
and
you
look
are
great all
good
the time.
to go.
And whether you go swimming or take a shower, or whether you're sweating from exercising, or your makeup pencil melts in your bag in your car in the summertime, and it's
or you're on HDTV. Just saying.
We're kind of scared
Throwing it out there. We are. Can you tell? Where are you?
I'm all over the island and Bluffton. I have several different offices that I work out of. Some of the plastic surgeons and dermatologists let me come and do their patients there. if you're a patient of theirs. So I just tell you to call me and I can come to wherever you are.
Oh
and
my
see your
gosh,
location.
that's
Wow.
This has been the coolest, isn't it?
Yep.
Stay with us. We're going to go on a bit of a field trip and look at some granite and stone at Stoneworks.